Okay, this is a video for anybody saying that Dean Ambrose doesn't deserve the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. You need to fuck off, because that guy has worked his ass off for over 10 years to get to where he is. And I'm not some fanboy just saying this. I'll tell you what, the Shield, when the Shield debuted back in 2012, I knew for a fact that those three guys were special. All three of those guys are main eventers. All three of them. I am not a Roman Reigns hater. Ambrose is my favorite, but I'll tell you what, all three of those guys, they are the top of the food chain. I've been a fan of the Shield since they debuted. I've been a fan of Ambrose since back in early 2012. I didn't really follow him like when he was John Moxley. So I was actually kind of late because I really didn't even know who he was until he was in FCW as Dean Ambrose. But when I was at Raw Live in May of 2012 and Ambrose came out for a dark match, I thought that he was really good. I thought he would have made a great heel. I thought that his promo that he cut about being like the soon-to-be king of WWE, I thought he would have made like a really good heel. I thought that his promo was really good. And when you look at those three guys, there's a lot of people who hate Roman Reigns, but WWE doesn't feel that way. I mean, I don't need to stick up for him. He's already got his backers, even with his 30-day suspension and all that. But and Seth Rollins has a lot of people who, Seth Rollins is the greatest wrestler in the world as far as his in-ring ability. He is extremely amazing in the ring. I've been saying this for a couple of years about Seth Rollins, that Rollins, just his talent inside of the ring is phenomenal. But as far as Ambrose goes, there's a lot of people that like Ambrose, and that's not a reason to give him the title. It's the fact that Ambrose has always had sort of a cult following, and so when you get that kind of 20% of people who dislike him, it's a little bit strange because most people do like him. I don't think he has the type of Daniel Bryan, or even CM Punk type, crowd ovation, but Ambrose is still a very charismatic, wrestler, and I believe wholeheartedly that him being WWE champion was meant to be. I could care less, honestly, if he never holds the title ever again. I think it's, here's another thing. If The Miz can be WWE champion for almost 6 months back in 2010 into 2011, then there's nothing wrong with giving Dean Ambrose the title for, a couple weeks or a couple months. I think it's the brand that sells itself these days. Another thing is they're doing the draft coming up, so there's going to be two world titles anyway. There's going to be 2 world champions. So AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Nakamura, Finn Balor, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, they're all going to be vying for both of those titles, depending on what brand they're on. So, you got to create new stars, you know what I'm saying? And I think that the Shield, those 3 guys I've been big fans of those guys for years now. So it doesn't bother me at all that Dean Ambrose is WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I think he's great. You can argue amongst yourselves who's better between the 3, but I see nothing wrong with that decision to put that title on him for now while Reigns is suspended and whatnot.